dudes and dudettes. So this one's gonna be missing the intro. It's me editing this one, so I had this one on my phone from a couple of days ago. I wanted to get it out, but it's been rather busy trying to get everything settled with at the same time too, with everything at the house. I guess we'll be back on track now. So we're gonna be getting some more videos out. I got some plans with some of the reptiles that we have here. Still gotta wait on permits. So I'm gonna show you guys how we set up a venomous room, as well as all the other enclosures and the requirements and how to stick within those regulations. Should be able to get these permits. So over the next couple of weeks, some of the videos that I'm gonna be doing will have direct correlation with how it is you receive these permits, the work that you got to put into it to get these permits, and why we moved to where we moved to get these monkeys back. A little bit of this episode that you're going to watch explains some of that. But I wanted to thank everybody out there, everybody that watches, everybody that's been hanging in there. I appreciate it very much. I know things have been slow the last couple of weeks, months, however long it's been. We haven't been very regular, but it should get much more regular now. We're in the new place. Do you guys like it?
Yeah.
You guys like it's rather empty because we don't know shit. So still got a little bit more work to do as far as moving in, but everything is settled, and then hopefully, like I said, within the next couple of weeks to a month, we should have everything up and going, and then have everybody back at home where they belong. But we do have some of the reptiles that don't require permits over here, so we got some stuff that we can do while we're here. Show you guys how to set up. I want to again show you guys how to set up a venomous room, all the way to the class 2 stuff, the class 3 stuff, the whole 9 yards of it. Building out perimeter fences, making sure you check your surveys and all that good stuff. So we're gonna have some pretty good information coming out for anybody that's in Florida that's interested in getting into this industry. This will help directly with what you guys got going on. What else can I touch on before we get into the video? Thank you to all my Patreons out there. You guys are awesome. Because of you, we have an enclosure coming up hopefully within the next week or so. So that was solely because of all you Patreons out there that we're going to be able to start building this stuff, as I've put myself in a rather, let's say, a big hole with everything that's going on. And then owning animals like this drains your pockets like nobody's business. So thank you guys very much for all your support. Thank you to everybody that supports the channel. Now that we're in a stable place where we don't have to worry about where things are going to go and how we're going to do things, why is it always with the feet? We'll be able to move forward, and we'll be able to knock out some videos and have some consistency and some comfort and some stability for the furry homies and the more annoying, less furry homies that we have here.
Smell it.
Okay. Oh, good. I can't get anything done. Okay. I love you guys, but keep your feet to yourself.
No.
All right. So enjoy the video, my guys. We're going to be back at it. Just wanted to say thank you to everybody for your patience, and thank you guys for all your support. Love everybody out there. Do your thing, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. All right, dudes. And do that. There you go, mama. Is that good? Big boy, you want another one? No? Just interested in picking me apart? Watermelon, bud? Yeah, he wants a watermelon. It's going to be gross on my back. All right, dudes and dudettes. I think this is going to be hopefully one of the last updates. Because that's good, buddy. You're getting that juice all over me. If you could just eat it. Here, want to go over here? Probably not. So it's going to be one of the last updates on the homies over here at Jeremy's, because we're finally moved in over there. Well, somewhat moved in. Man, you're chewing loud, homie. Is that good? Is that good? So it's going to be one of the last updates over here at Jeremy's. I want to say a big thanks to Jeremy and Leslie for doing what they did for me, just like everybody else, between, like I said, Krista and Gatorama, Wow Florida, Treetop Exotics. That's Krista. I already said that though. But Jeremy and Leslie over here too, because all of this was supposed to be so very temporary. And at the end of August, we'll be coming up to a year that all this bullshit went down. And yeah, we got laws we got to follow in the state. And Jeremy and Leslie were nice enough to facilitate for me. Unfortunately enough, these guys, I'm going to try and get out of the sun so you guys can see. These guys don't like everybody. The female's okay because she doesn't have those gigantic dagger teeth that this boy has, and her disposition's a little bit better. She would probably let Jeremy and Leslie in here, no problem. It's homie on my shoulder. That's the real issue when it comes to anybody new. So it does require me to come over here and be on property, and realistically it's been a long road. It's been a long, tough road, and as you can see, we're in a different enclosure now. So we built a different enclosure over here for the homies, just to move some things around for Jeremy, and he's got a lot of building going on and a lot of change in the property going on. And later on, we'll do some episodes with Jeremy and show you guys what he's got going on over here, but we'll wait for him to get here before I do any of that. Right now, he's already done for the day. It's a little bit later in the day, so I'm stopping by. Jeremy's already done his thing, but he's got some pretty cool things being built out over here. So we will do an episode with Jeremy and hopefully Leslie. We can get Leslie on here as well. They do have a 501c, so for anybody that wants to help and donate, this would be a good place to do so. They got a lot going on over here. You can't see. There's a little mama and her baby over there, Olive Bevin. But they got a lot going on over here, and this was the backstory of this property goes way back with me, even to my younger days, back when I was about 12, 13 years old, with a lady, and I'm not going to mention any names or anything like that. It's pointless. It's not my battle, but Jeremy did something that most people would not do, which is come onto this property to try and make it better than what it was before. And what it was before, again, we're not going to go into, and what Jeremy's done with it has been long and arduous, let's just say that. So kudos to my boy for taking on the extreme challenge of changing a property. Basically what was not so much let's just skip that. Let's just say that Jeremy did a good thing that not a lot of people would have done or could have done, and it's been a long road. He's probably had it harder than I have, and even in the middle of all the bullshit that he's got going on, he still offered the help that I needed. And again, remember, ladies and gentlemen, this was supposed to be about a month, 2 weeks to a month tops. These guys were supposed to be housing my homies for me, and that turned into, like I said, at the end of August, it'll be a year that this all has been going on. So I'm excited to get the homies back. I know that Jeremy's probably excited to get his space back. Sorry, bud. Love you. Love you guys. Sorry. A million times sorry. But Jeremy didn't bat an eye when he found out what was going on as far as the exemptions and the verbiage and all that good stuff. And so we tend to, I had to talk to the state, and we talked to the state, and we couldn't accomplish what we wanted to accomplish at first, which was going to be putting these guys over at my brother's home and building stuff over there. But these guys are class 2, what's called Circus Epiphidae. Pretty sure I'm saying that correctly. So that's the family of these primates. The ones behind me are class 1 Circus Epiphidae. These guys are class 2. So the way it works here in Florida is that we have a bunch of different captive wildlife regulations. And essentially what it is there are rules, laws, and regulations put into place for the safety of the public and the safety and well-being of these animals. That requires 2 different types of agencies to oversee what we have going on with the animals. One of those is the state. That's Florida Fish and Wildlife. That's FWC for short. And then the other one is USDA, which is, like I've spoken about before, the government side of things. That's the federal side of things for mammals. That's all they cover is mammals. Not sure. I think they're going to try and do birds this coming year, which I would hope so. And then I would hope they would include reptiles into that at some point, because I don't know why. Just the cute fuzzy guys got the the government oversight. But the state does a pretty good job of the oversight of all the animals as well. So the way it works is this. We have our class 2, and I'm going to do a whole PG episode. So let me just get out of the way. So now that that's out of my system, I'm going to do a whole episode without using any curse words. There you go. This one's for you, Mom. All right. So the way it works is this. We get our permits. The permits, depending on what kind of permit it is, we have everything from class 1 all the way down to class 3. Class 1 is obviously for your more dangerous animals or your larger animals requiring more property. For any class 1 animals, it is 5 acres required to house any animals on that property. For anything class 2, it requires 2.5 acres or above, which is why we had to move. So originally, we thought these guys were covered on the exemption. So the Cercosopithidae covers a bunch of old world monkeys. You have guenons, you have the macaques, patis monkeys, you have all the species of macaques, you have the vervets, you have a large amount in the family that's covered under that specific permit. And we thought we had the exemption because it had mentioned Cercosopithecus having under 14 pounds, which Homie on his best day is about 12 pounds, and she's about 10. So we thought that it fell under the exemption. Now, some people up at the top, we reread the law and basically found that it was Cercosopithecus, the genus itself, that gets exempt. So basically what that means is that falls under the genus. So the genus not being the entire family, the family being Cercosopithidae, the genus being dialed down, like macaca would be like these guys, macaca something, Flavius, macaca, oh, why can't I remember scientific names anymore? So macaca would be the genus of these guys, and then like your guenons and things like that would be Cercosopithecus. So let me learn how to speak. Cercosopithidae, which is the family, the permit that's carried, the class 2 family, and Cercosopithecus are two different things. It's all in the same family, but the genus then separates and splits apart. So basically the law states that Cercosopithecus, the genus, can stay under 2.5 acres and is exempt from acreage and buffer zones as long as that monkey or primate is under 14 pounds as an adult. Now these guys are, I'm going to say 9 years old. I'd have to look at the records to be sure, but I want to say they're 9 years old. I'm pretty positive on that. I do keep good track of that stuff. So these guys are about 9 years old, fully grown. These are Java macaques. There are crab-eating macaques, which is pretty much the same thing, but from the island of Java. It's like a locale thing, just like your massive reticulated pythons from certain locales will end up being about, they'll call them dwarf retics, and they'll end up being about 10 to 12 feet, where these guys, they're larger counterparts from other localities, which would basically be a crab-eating macaque, could reach somewhere up to 35 pounds for the big guys, but somewhere around 15 to 30 pounds would be a good weight for those guys, so they would fall out of the exemption. So we thought that these guys were exempt. That is not the way it panned out. So one of the guys up at the top in Tallahassee tried to make some phone calls. They tried to get together to figure it out, and there was just no way around it. We had to do what we had to do. Now, the old property over at the park, which we're not going to get into the downside of all that, but the good side was we did have the property to fulfill the needs and requirements for these monkeys. And then when we left and wanted to move them over to my brother's, that was the plan. So it was supposed to be, like I said, 2 weeks to a month, and then we were supposed to be done, in, out, over it. And that was supposed to be the extent of Jeremy helping me out. Now, Jeremy didn't have to. He didn't have to say yes. As I tell everybody, I hate asking for help. It bothers me. When it comes to my animals, it doesn't bother me as much, but I'm not one to ask for help. But Jeremy's a nice guy. I've known him for a long time, and he's always helped me out when I needed it. I made the phone call. He was happy to help. And then when I made the phone call again to let him know, hey, like it's going to be a little longer than we thought, again, he didn't bat an eye. So I just wanted to say big thanks to Jeremy and Leslie and Ben and the guys out here that help out from time to time. But Jeremy and Leslie have been watching over my homies, and I come in here and take care, but it's pretty much, it's their property, it's their space, it's their it's everything. So it's a large commitment to Can you not dig into my brain? It's a large commitment to get into these guys at such an extreme level, especially when they belong to somebody else. So again, all right. So, easy guys. I have to be careful because there's the baboons behind me, and I got food right now. And if one monkey gets upset, there's a chance everybody gets upset, and then that anger or aggression or confusion could be taken out towards the individual inside the enclosure, which would be me. Not saying that they would, but there is that slight chance. So I got some treats, but you can see she keeps chirping. He was chirping. So we're gonna be careful. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, so the update on the homies, this is probably gonna be the last update over here, just like Krista's house over there was the last update you guys want. Go ahead, what you want? You want the grapes? Oh, you like your veggies, huh? Look at that. Well, I'm not gonna take it from you. What do you want, bud? What are you picking? Grapes? How many can you fit in your mouth at once? Look at this guy. He's got like 4 grapes shoved in his throat. Oh, there. Oh, look at that monkey love. Look at that monkey loving. Look at that monkey loving. So, here's my famous catchphrase in a nutshell. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. I am extremely exhausted. I'm tired. I'm stressed out. I'm so spread thin. It's not even funny. And it's been rough, but at least we're coming towards the end of the tunnel here, so I could see the light. It's almost there. It's like walking through the forest, and I can see the edge, but the goalpost keeps being moved over and over and over. But I think this time the goalpost is staying right where it's at. So we are hopefully 2 weeks to maybe the longest a month out from getting all the homies back home. So it's a good feeling for me, but there is a lot of hard work ahead. Go ahead, guys. There's a lot of hard work ahead, and luckily enough for the last year, I have not lost a relationship with any of my animals. Everybody seems good. Homie here's only poked up once this entire year to start any shit. It seems like these guys are enjoying the baboons next door since we moved them over to clear out some space for Jeremy and Leslie. What you got in there, mama? So that's it. The update on the homies. Next stop, home. Next stop is, I guess, somebody asked me what we were going to call it. I have no idea. I'm going to call it a home. But we got the death of Bite Force Manor. We'll call it that because I'm running on fumes, ladies and gentlemen. I got a long, long way to go. So we got some building out to do. I'm going to be doing that on my own. Not sure how I'm going to roll that out, but I guess we'll find out. Got the homies here enjoying their treats. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta reach out. We gotta do what we can for our homies. So sometimes life gets down. Sometimes life sucks a little bit. It's been a long, long road, like I said, and it's been a miserable one at that. There's been a lot of work involved and a lot of distance between me and my guys, but you push through it and you persevere. I got a lot of friends and a lot of people that I've met through the YouTube or social media that reach out. And I know a lot of you guys are going through a lot of shit, as am I. So just remember, ladies and gentlemen, I'm human too. I'm right there with you, having bad days almost every single day. So between the depression and the PTSD and all the work and all that good stuff, the good part is I don't really have time for any of that stuff. So I'm constantly on the move. Keeps the mind distracted. So if anybody out there is having a rough time, keep your mind distracted. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you push through, no matter the experience and no matter how shitty things get, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Time will heal all. Time fixes everything as long as you're willing to put the work and effort into it. And that's what we're going to have to do. So I'm glad to see my homies. And now I'm going to spend some quality time with my guys over here and just be in a little moment of zen. And I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, I can't really speak today because I'm running on like 4 to 5 hours of sleep for the last about 5 days. So mine's like mush right now. But there's the update for the homies. I love you, big guy. Say boom. Say boom to the crowd. You're just happy eating your little fruits, huh? Yes, you are. All right. She's got to pour it down. Here. Good.